Hi everyone, I'm here again with a bit of school news. It's about a Schools Week article that I read today about the reaction of some head teachers towards some of the possible changes to come at GCSE and A-level in their exams this year. As we know, and as I've posted in past videos, there's been a lot of toing and froing and throwing and toing about what Ofqual are going to do this year with the exams. We of course had confirmed those changes to the exams and how they would work. That was a few months ago, back in summer, and I did a video about that. I'll link it in the cards if you haven't seen it already. But we've also had quite a few changes when it comes to things like the late exams here in England, or the cancellation of exams in Scotland and in Wales. So we've had a lot of changes in recent times. And with all this going on and all this uncertainty, it was nice to hear something that I think is pretty representative of teachers and what we think and how we feel about everything that's going on. And it took place in this Parliamentary Education Committee meeting with head teachers or school leaders. They were talking about left behind white disadvantaged students, but it appears that of course naturally led on to discussion about what's happening with exams in the coming academic year or in this academic year. You see, in response to being asked if students would simply not return to school or stop caring if exams were cancelled, the head teachers basically said that it doesn't matter what happens to exams or whatever route the government or the DfE or Ofqual choose to take. It doesn't matter, because school leaders and the teachers which work under them, they're committed to making sure that their students are motivated and they're ready to rise to the challenge of any system that's put in place this year. We're ready for that. And to be honest, I think that this is one of the truest things that we've heard in recent times. Now, guys, I've been feeding you information for quite a while now, trying to keep you up to date with everything that's going on. But at any point, do you remember me saying to stop working and give up? Nope, not at all. That's not what teachers are about. That's not what educators are about. And it's not what good students are about. And in the comments that I've seen, no matter what the topic's been on, no matter whether you're a grade 4 student or a grade 9 student, I've seen several good students. People who, whether they like the system that they're getting or not, whether it disadvantages them personally, whether it's going to be tough for them or not, or whether they're complaining about it or not, they're still ready to put in that work. And I'm going to go out here on the limb and speak for a couple 100,000 people when saying this, but you students and us teachers, we never asked for the easy way out of this. We never asked for ease with this. All we wanted, and all you wanted, was fairness. That's the only thing that you asked for. That's the only thing that we asked for you. But nevertheless, you'll do your best, whether it's fair or not. It's how things have always been. And in turn, we'll do our best to support and prepare you based on that. And should it come to it, once again, we'll do our best to grade and assess you if that's the choice that's decided and that's the thing that we have to do. We'll do our best, we'll be fair, and we'll do our jobs properly. As a trust executive said in this article, it's a cause of considerable anxiety and the kids just want to know what's going to happen. You see, it's like I said in my promise video earlier in the summer, that at this stage, it's not even necessarily about what hand that we're going to be dealt. It's just that we need to be actually dealt that hand. We need that information and that confirmation about what's going on so that we can then take action. Only when we understand what's actually happening can we take action, can we decide what our next move is going to be and take full advantage of what we've got at our disposal. That's my opinion anyway, and till then it's just sort of a waiting game. And I've said this in quite a few of my videos, this term waiting game, or we just have to wait and see. And I think that's the most annoying thing. That's the thing that can start getting on our nerves, to put it simply. But tell me, do you agree with the point that school leader made, that the problem isn't necessarily the choice that the government make, or that the DfE make, or that Ofqual make, but it's the uncertainty, it's the lack of them making a choice, or the lack of them releasing the results of that choice? Or do you think that there is only one right choice, and it's either the CAG system, the exam system, or a hybrid system? It's one or none. Let me know down in the comments below. I'd be very interested in hearing your view on that. And personally, as a teacher and as the older brother of a year 13 student, I really do think that certainty is the most important thing. I'm a big fan of RPG games, and a lot of RPG games, such as Final Fantasy, which I speak about quite a lot on this channel. If you meet an enemy for the first time, you won't know the enemy's weakness, and you won't know how much health they have, and you won't know even their name at first. But once you scan them, you're given that information, and once you have that information, then the challenge of facing this enemy becomes so much easier, because you know what you're up against, you know what's ahead. So it's the same with this whole situation. Once we know what challenge we're up against, once we know what we have to tackle, whether it's an exam, whether it's coursework, whether it's CAGs, whether it's a whole sort of combination of the lot, once we're there, then we can take it down, and we can take it down together. But as long as we don't, then all we're gonna end up with is stress, anxiety, and fatigue. It's gonna plague us, and I think that we as teachers, students, and of course parents, we all have to try and support each other as we carry this weight of the pandemic and your futures on our backs. It's a tough one, but not one without solution. And as I've said before, the community is the key to this. Supporting each other, and being able to reassure each other and complain to each other and lay on each other's shoulders while we wait for answers to come. And when they do come, being able to tackle them together and formulate a plan. So yeah, that's it for today. I know it's not really amazing or shocking news. It's not one of my brilliantly informative videos, but I just wanted to give a bit of reassurance that, generally speaking, it appears that your teachers are all ready and up for the task of teaching you to get the grades that you need, no matter what decision is made. So as we close up, if you haven't already, please of course click that like and subscribe button, leave a comment if you haven't. The article which I referenced is of course linked in the description, along with all the other useful links. And if you haven't subscribed already, one reason why I think you should subscribe is because I am coming up with quite a few interesting videos in the coming weeks, as we head towards the next set of holidays. And it's going to be a good mix of content, and I'm sure amongst all that content you'll find at least one video which you enjoy or find interesting. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and click the bell for notifications. So that is all for now. The videos on screen at the moment, I'm sure at least one of them will be of interest to you, so be sure to click one and check it out. And that's it. Stay safe out there. Until next time.